take you through security incidents in the society, starting from your area across the nooks and crannies of this country, even beyond the country. And I believe that today's program you are going to enjoy it. We are expecting the PPRO or Osun State Command, but before she comes, let us give you the tips of what you are going to have. But before we go to that one, let us have a short break, and after that one, we are going to meet again. Security in Bloglio is the main concern of everybody in Nigeria. Alert on security is sacrosanct. OSBC Television Channel 32 UHF Ileawiye Okebale Osogbo sensitizes you through a program, Security and You, on Mondays between 4:30 and 5 o'clock in the evening. Members of the public are allowed to contribute meaningfully to save you and me from the headache. Make a date with the anchor Abdul Jalil at DBC on this channel with security experts. Security and You. Hey, you must watch. Join us. Back as we have said that we are going to take you through some incident that happens among you. Let us look at few of the incident that happened before we give you the full detail of the incident that happened. We are going to talk about the Osun State Amatekun Corps under the tutelage of General Bashir Adewinbi, who arrested a thief who stole food and some money in Osun State here. Then we are likely to talk about the Amatekun also, another strike by the Corps. Amatekun also failed an attempted armed robbery in Osun State. Likewise, we want to tell you more about another incident last week from Miss that we are involving the vehicle of the correctional service that is in Osun State and Ikorope. And before that one, let us look at the detail of what happened. The first one is on calls for peace as our worshippers attack Muslims in Ile-Ife Mosque. Oni of Ile-Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi Ojeja II has called for peace and orderliness in the incident city of Ile-Ife and its environs, following a fracas between traditional worshippers and Muslims which left many injured. Oba Adeyeye gave the charge through his deputy Oba Lufe of Ifeland Idowu Adediwura. He said, as the royal father to all religious faithful who champion peaceful coexistence globally, there is no reason his home should be in turmoil. He added that Oba Ogunwusi is the direct descendant of Oduduwa, the progenitor of Yoruba race, who also preach peaceful coexistence. Traditionalists in the town had announced last Wednesday that the Oru court would perform some ritual in some parts of Ife town between 2 p.m. and 7 p.m., advising residents to avoid areas. According to one of those in the mosque, Abdulaziz Bashir, Oru at the end broke through the fence and began flogging worshippers with canes, instructing them to leave the ablution area. He said one of them even attacked the Imam Alhaji Abdulatif Adesina while coming into the mosque. Likewise, police, a woman was among the adopted passengers of a commercial vehicle along the Osogbo-Ikion Road has been rescued. The news of the rescue was made public by the Nigerian Police Osun State Command. It will be recalled that some travelers were abducted at Ayepe community along the Osogbo-Ikion Road by unknown gunmen. Confirming the rescue, the spokesperson of Osun Police Command SP Yemisi Opalola revealed that operations to free other abducted passengers have commenced. SP Opalola also revealed that the driver of the vehicle that was attacked by the gunmen had been found. According to her, the operative rescued the kidnapped victim of Ikirun Osogbo Road abduction that occurred. Likewise, Kaduna 24-hour curfew imposed on Sabongeri, Nasarawa. A 24-hour curfew has been imposed on Sabongeri, Nasarawa, Tinkewa area of the Chinkun local government area of Kaduna State. The State Commissioner, Ministry of Internal Security and Home Affairs, Mr. Samuel Arua, explained that the decision was reached following a breakdown of law and order which led to the killing of 2 citizens in an incident of urban gang violence. Mr. Arua said security agencies have been directed to enforce the curfew in the said location to restore order as investigations proceed. He called on citizens in the area to strictly observe the curfew, which takes effect immediately. Likewise, the 3rd Division of Nigerian Army, Rukaba, near Jos, has begun its 2023 annual range of firearms exercise at its small arms range in Mango, Basa local government area of Plateau State. Acting Deputy Director, Army Public Relations of the division, Lieutenant Colonel Ishaku Takua, stated in Jos that the exercise would end on the 28th this month. Lieutenant Colonel Takua stated that the event is an annual exercise organized to upscale the proficiency of troops in the use of weapons to improve their professional competencies, which will include the firings of different calibers of military weapons. He said the general public, especially people living around the Mango general area, are advised not to panic on the size mass troops on hearing gunshots. Likewise, the Arewa Youth Assembly has expressed its reservation on the cause for an interim government in Nigeria. The forum believes that such a move is not in the nation's best interest and could lead to further instability and political uncertainty. Speaker Arewa Youth Assembly Mohammed Salihu Danlami, in a statement today in Kaduna, said the Arewa Youth Assembly wishes to express its strong opposition to the call for an interim government in Nigeria. He observed that as a youth organization committed to the unity and progress of Nigeria, describing the recent calls for an interim government as unconstitutional and could set a dangerous precedent for democracy. Likewise, this one from Malaysia's lower parliament has approved legal reforms to abolish the mandatory death penalty for some capital offences. The lower chamber, known as the Dewan Rakyat, will now transmit the bill to the country's upper chamber called Dewan Negara and subsequently take it to the king for signing into law. According to the report, under the amendment passed today by the lawmakers, alternatively to the existing death penalty include whipping and imprisonment of 30 to 40 years. Malaysia first promised to abolish capital punishment entirely, and the country has had a moratorium on execution since 2018. Thank you. That was the story. Now, what we want to observe today, and we are going to give you the opportunity of calling in on the program today. You can use the number 006-957-3792. The incident that happened, let us start it from Osun State, where the Amatekun called the arrested a person for stealing food and for stealing money. That is one. Then we are going to allow you to talk about the act of the Osun Amatekun also. Yes, that is in the act of where they foiled the attempted armed robbery in Osun State. Then what we want to look at is that what are you doing? I want you to be personal. Think about what are you doing to assist the law agency, the law enforcers in your environment. Well, then what are the things that you believe that possibly you personally, your community, and what do you think that government should do to assist them, because the law enforcement agencies, well, they cannot be everywhere. Then what do you think that you can do to assist them? Likewise, we want to make it snappily. Then we want to look at the act that happened between the correction service and Korope in Osogbo, whereby they had an accident. Then what are the things that cause it? Why should the people should be driving recklessly on the road, particularly civil servants, those who are learned, who are driving in such a way? We are not blaming anybody, but what we are saying is that anybody who is driving, then how should they drive on the road? Then what should be the response of people when you see somebody driving recklessly? How should you, as some people usually say, that when you see somebody driving on the road, believe that you are the only one that is sensible, than that any other person that is driving with you, they are not sensible. Therefore, you learn how to manage the road. Then you are going to be allowed to talk about that one. You are invited to be part of the show directly by calling 006-957-3792. Nice. Also, I take it from this angle. Is this angle that when you are in a particular house, you are in your home, you are in your room, you are in your environment, make sure that you are able to make sure that you close your doors, close your windows every day. I've learned that some people, possibly because of the way that they open their windows, even some possibly because they are in a fenced house, then they open their door, and all those things are very, very dangerous. As we usually say on security and you, is that when you are at night, in particular at night, don't open your door or don't open your window. We have seen this situation whereby somebody just opened the window, possibly expecting the air to come in, then another thing comes in, somebody from outside just pointed a gun at the person and asked the person to be parking his property from outside and go without making noise, to go and open the door and carry out all his goods. And the person did the same thing, to the extent that he didn't let anybody know in the house. He parked it out and gave it to the assailant. That is very, very, very sorrowful. Therefore, whenever you are in your houses or anywhere you find yourself at night, make sure that you make sure that you close everything, close your door, close your window, close everything. Even it is better to be to face that in time, to face temptation. And it is very, very important for us to know that whenever, particularly fathers and mothers at home, before you sleep, make sure that your children are slept, or even if you sleep before the children, wake up when it is night. Then you check everything, check the light, check the electrical appliances, because anything can happen in the midnight, whereby possibly you have problem with your light. Therefore, you make sure that you plug what you are supposed to plug, you unplug what you are supposed to unplug, and make sure that all the windows are always, emphasize this, windows are closed. Then you can put off the lights inside, then you put on the one outside. They are part of the tips for security, and it is very, very important that you don't go out before the light before the morning, because some people, you look at what happened in along Ikiron last week, whereby a group of people, about four people were kidnapped by some people that are not known by anybody. They set out early in the morning at them. Then they were going to somewhere. At the end of the day, they stopped them on the way and cut them away. They didn't take anything. They didn't take the car. They didn't take the property that are contained in the car. What they did is that they picked the four people. That is along the Osogbo Ikiron. Therefore, all these things, they are very, very germane for us to take care of. And we want to emphasize on road users, particularly those of you who drive on the road, be very, very careful. Don't forget that the difference between life and death is just only less than a second. Yes, less than a second. If a mistake is made by driver, you may commit a lot of what, a lot of mishap on the road. Therefore, when you are on the road, be very, very well, be very, very concentrated. Make sure that you are yourself. You put every distraction down before you go into all the ceremony, before you are behind the wheel. Therefore, when you are going anywhere, everybody has problem. Then make sure that because you don't work, so you will not kill yourself and kill other person. Make sure that whatever that is troubling you, you settle that one before you enter into to drive, because it's very, very dangerous. And those of you, particularly about those working for the government, you are working for, you are a civil servant, or you are, let us be emphatic, you are a law enforcer. Don't say because you are a law enforcer, you have the right to do and undo on the road. No, the law enforcement, the law on the road, as it appears to the layman, it can also affect you. Therefore, because if you drive, look at what happened on that very day. Either of the two drove somehow. Then, if anything bad happens, that if an accident is more than that one, then you will see that it will affect the two parties. Uniform cannot stop your uniform cannot stop accident, cannot stop you from being attacked. Therefore, it is very, very important for us, whenever you are on the way, let us ensure that we drive safely. When you drive safely, then you can get to where you want to be, either late or not. Late is better than, that is according to the literary, late is better than late. Therefore, it is better for us to maintain decorum on the way. When you are on the road and you maintain decorum, I learned that something yesterday in these commercial buses, that when they are riding, or when they are driving on the road, or the Okada are riding, then if such a person drives slowly, then some other people will be chastising the person, that why is he moving like this? Why continue move faster? And don't forget that when you move faster and you are unable to control the steering again, or you are unable to control the movement of the car again, nobody knows where to go. So that is why you see a lot of accidents recently, a lot of people being dead on the road as a result of this one. Therefore, it is not our fault, but our world. Don't think that it is only when you drive too fast, that people will say that you know how to drive. But somebody who is able to drive safely is the one who is a better driver. Therefore, if you want to be a better driver, maintain caution on the road, maintain caution on the way. In that way, this is the time that you have many students on the road, going to their school, passing the road. Please let us, particularly on the highway, there are some schools on the highway. Please let us be very, very careful. Anybody who is a good driver, his legs will be closer to the brake, yes, than an accelerator. Let us bear that one in mind. If your leg is closer to the brake than accelerator, you are one of the best driver. But if your leg is closer to the accelerator and distant from the brake, you are a potential criminal. And when you are a potential criminal, that means that you can commit anytime. Be very, very careful on the way. And incidentally, let's talk about those people who are community people. Particularly, we always talk about this one, the landlord. We always say this, that some of these hoodlums, they live in our midst. Yes, sincerely speaking, they live in our midst. And in as much as you work, because of money, because of the house rent that you are going to collect, somebody wants to pay 3,000 naira per month, and somebody says he will pay 5,000 naira per month, and because of the difference in the money, then you want to collect that of the 5,000 without knowing much about the person. You are running foul. That is why we are charging all landlord association that, please, some of you have your rules and regulations, and you have the form. Yes, some of you have form. Those who are yet to have form, we are talking to all Nigerians. Wherever you are watching this program, whenever you don't have a form, those form contains the name, then the sorties, the job of the person, and everything, every data about the person. Then after when somebody wants to rent a house, then you give the person form and you follow it up. then the surety must be somebody that is known for goodness, not that the person just bring money then saying that I'm a student. Even if you are a student, you have father, you have mother. Collect the number of the person and call the parent, even if it is it is worthy that you can say that you want to see the person, want to see the parent of the person, so that you can be able to confirm who is that person, because somebody may come from Osogbo to go and school in Maiduguri and some other place like that. If you cannot go, then make sure that you are able to get something that we prove that the person is a reasonable person. Please and please, because security starts from our midst. If you don't dot your eyes and you don't cross your teeth in terms of security, then I can tell you that you are living a tempted environment, and the tempted environment is tantamount to insecurity, and insecurity is a threat to life. Therefore, all these things, let us be very, very careful. And another one is the type of friends that you move with. We are not talking about only adult knows what and where to have friends, but you monitor your children, then the children themselves, because there are so many friends that your parents cannot know that our children are going out with. Therefore, let us educate them. Yes, let us educate them about the type of friend they should have. The type of friend they should have. Don't let up some who sad, some who wears immoral dress. All those ones, they are not supposed to. They are supposed to be corrected, not to be part of or emulating in society. Therefore, a good person should move with a good person, because when you move with a good person, with a good friend, then you too, you become a good person in society. When you move with a bad colleague, then you become a gang like them. Therefore, those are the things that we have for you today, and we are emphasizing this, that please let us take care of our environment. Let's take care of our environment. In some areas, in some environment, that in some communities, they employ night guard. It is very, very good. And what is funny about it is that an environment that contains about 1,000 or 2,000 people, it may be funny that they may have only 2 night guard. What can two guard do? They ask them to contribute money to give to these very people. Even some still find it difficult. Then let me tell you something. It is criminal not to cooperate with other people in terms of security. If you can be sued for that if you don't cooperate. They ask you to contribute money on a monthly basis for security purpose. Government welcomes that. They ask to come and you say that you are securing your area. You must, whether you like it or not, you must cooperate with other landlords. You must cooperate with other tenants in your house. Possibly you are asked to contribute a particular money. Numbers of people living in a particular house, if it is a rented house, then contribute money and more and pay it on regular basis. Because if a threat of the thief attacks any person, I can tell you that what they are going to cut away will be sorrowfully, and will be more than the amount of money you have to bring every month. That is very, very important. Likewise, we are also advising you, before we leave the scene, is that let us cooperate in terms of security. The security of a society is the security of your life. If you value your life, you will value the security of your area, because if something affects your neighbor, it will affect you. Those are the tips that we have for you today. I want to appreciate the executive producer of the program, Lasun Oyebayo. Thank you very much. Producer is Imran Adesoye. Thank you very much. And our director of transmission is Oluwatobi Babarinde. Thank you very much. I'm Adebisi Abijeli. By the grace of God, we are going to meet again next week. Bye for now. Security in Bloglio is the main concern of everybody in Nigeria. Alert on security is sacrosanct. OSBC Television Channel 32.